Good morning, students. Welcome to Chanak Academy online classes, Standard 10th, Subject Science, English Medium. Yes, so we have studied about pituitary gland and we have just seen what all hormones are present in pituitary gland. So let's revise them again. Okay, so these are the various hormones which are secreted by pituitary glands. Just have an idea and try to learn them. Okay, the first one is ACTH, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Okay, what it is? ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone. The second hormone released by pituitary gland is TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. Okay, what it is? Thyroid stimulating hormone. Next is LH, that is luteinizing hormone. LH, that is luteinizing hormone. FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. Then PRL, prolactin. Prolactin. GH, growth hormones. MSH, melanocyte stimulating hormone. Melanocyte stimulating hormone. Okay, so whatever is given over here are the hormones. Okay, what are they? They are the hormones which are produced by pituitary glands. Okay, so we have done the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus will activate or will secrete hormones and it will go to pituitary glands. This pituitary glands will now secrete the hormones and these hormones will go to their specific glands. Okay, this I have explained you, like thyroid stimulating hormone will go to thyroid gland and there they will secrete thyroxine. Okay, that we have seen yesterday. So this is just the recall of what we did in yesterday's lecture. So just note down them and write their short form as well as full form: ACTH, TSH, LH, FSH, PRL, GH, MSH. What are all these? So have an idea. Now, whatever hormones which are secreted by the pituitary glands, okay, they are helping in doing some activities. Like first one is growth. Okay, so growth hormones, okay, which is secreted by the gland. Okay, so this growth hormone, they will control our growth. Okay, this also I have explained you yesterday. Like at certain age our height is increasing, so this GH will release the hormone and with this hormone the growth of an individual is taking place. Okay, second is blood pressure. Okay, there are certain hormones which are released which maintain our blood pressure. Okay, so these are the function, you can say, or we can say how these hormones are helping in controlling our body processes. Okay, some aspects of pregnancy and childbirth including stimulation of uterine contraction. Okay, so during pregnancy also, during childbirth also, we require some hormones and these hormones are secreted at their particular glands. Okay, then breast milk production, sex organ function in both the sexes, thyroid gland function, okay, secretion of thyroxine, metabolic conversion of food into energy. Okay, so whatever carbohydrate, fat or protein which we are consuming, they have to be converted in the form of energy. Okay, so whatever food we are taking, their metabolism should be there. Okay, their breakdown should be done so that they will provide us energy. Water and osmolality regulation in our body. Okay, so whatever water is there in our body, whatever ions which are there in our body, they have to be balanced, they have to be maintained and they have to be regulated. So again, this is done with the help of hormones. Okay, and last one is water balance via a control of reabsorption of water by the kidney. Okay, this excretion, we did this thing also. So whatever excess water is there, it has to be reabsorbed. So again, this reabsorption is done with the help of specific hormones which are secreted by pituitary glands. Okay, so all these are the way, or we can say all these are the functions which your pituitary gland is doing in your body. Okay, let's see one more thing. Yes, now see here, this chart will explain you each and everything. Okay, though it is not given in your NCERT book, but they have mentioned a line that you should have an idea of the various hormones. Okay, so let's see what they are telling is that we have two type of pituitaries. You can see the two lobes. Okay, so these two lobes constitute your pituitary. Okay, this lobe and this lobe. Okay, so over here, let's see the first one over here. So this is your posterior pituitary. Okay, what it is? This is your posterior pituitary. So posterior pituitary is releasing two main hormones. Okay, now let's see what they are talking about. Pituitary is activated by hypothalamus. Okay, so hypothalamus will produce a hormone known as ADH. What it is? ADH, antidiuretic hormone. Okay, and this will be stored in your posterior pituitary. Okay, so this means that posterior pituitary will not produce a hormone. Okay, it will not produce a hormone, but hypothalamus will produce a hormone called as ADH, and it will be brought towards your posterior pituitary. Okay, and what this ADH will do? It will go to the target. Okay, what is the target? The target over here is kidney, sweat gland, circulatory system. They are your target. So what exactly the ADH will do is your water balance. That means from the kidney we have told that the excess of water is being reabsorbed again. So this ADH will act on that part of kidney and the water will be reabsorbed. Okay, so this is the main function of your posterior pituitary. Okay, now come to your anterior pituitary. Okay, anterior pituitary, which you can see it is present over here, and again they are controlled by hypothalamus. So now what will they do? Hypothalamus will release some hormone and it will go to pituitary gland. Pituitary gland will release the hormone, and the hormone release will go to the target part, target area, target organ, target gland, and they will show the effects. Let's take one by one. With this you will be clear. So hypothalamus will release GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. Okay, and it will go towards pituitary, and pituitary will release LH, luteinizing hormone, and luteinizing hormone will go towards the target cell, which is that reproductive system. Okay, in that reproductive system what they will do, stimulates production of sex hormones by gonads. Okay, so they will activate that part. Okay, second is again GnRH, that will activate pituitary gland, and now pituitary gland will secrete as FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. Again the target cell will be reproductive system, and what they will do, stimulate production of sperms and eggs. Okay, so like this they will secrete the hormone, will go to the pituitary gland will release the hormone release will go to the target cell and they will affect. Okay, so let's take the next one, that is TRH, that is thyroid releasing hormone. Then we will get thyroid stimulating hormone. It will go to the thyroid gland and they will show the metabolism where thyroxine will be released. Okay. Then we have PRH, okay, prolactin releasing hormone. Then we will have prolactin. Okay. And it will go to the mammary gland where the milk production is taking place. Okay, so like this we have different hormones which are released by our glands. Hypothalamus will release the glands and pituitary will release the gland. It will go to the target and then they will perform. Okay, let's see. Yes, in this you can see they have shown first of all the various hormones. Okay, so all these hormones we did ACTH, TSH, GH, PRL, okay, FSH, LH. FSH, LH, this is follicle stimulating hormone, LH is luteinizing hormone. Okay, so like this they have the hormones. Now what is happening over here, you can see they have made the pituitary, anterior lobe of pituitary and posterior lobe of pituitary. Okay, yes, you can see clearly. So posterior lobe of pituitary will secrete only two hormone. First one is your ADH, anterior diuretic hormone, which will go to kidney for reabsorption of water. Okay, so posterior lobe of pituitary is releasing two hormone. First one ADH, second is OT, that is oxytocin. Okay, which was previously given in the slide. Okay, so posterior pituitary will release two type of hormones, ADH and oxytocin. ADH will act on kidney and oxytocin will act on male and female differently. In male it will smooth muscles and ducts differentiate and posterior glands, and in female uterine smooth muscles and mammary glands. Okay, now in posterior pituitary we have one important thing which you can see in green color over here. What they are telling is that the hypothalamus is directly releasing the hormone. Okay, this we have studied. Okay, in previous pages I have just shown you the page. So hypothalamus will directly release the hormone in posterior pituitary and it will be stored there. Okay, they will not release any hormone. Posterior pituitary, they will not release any hormone. Hypothalamus will release, and direct release, that is directly from the hypothalamus it will go to posterior pituitary, because they are releasing only two and both of them are produced in hypothalamus. Come to the anterior lobe of pituitary, they are not directly controlled by the nervous system. Okay, they will go towards your anterior pituitary and then this will activate. You can clearly see here they have made an arrow like this. What does this mean? That indirect control is there. Okay, and what they will do, they will release this hormone. You can see ACTH. Okay, what is this ACTH? And adrenocorticotropic hormone that will go towards your adrenal gland and it will release epinephrine and norepinephrine. See, this you don't have to know, but just learn ACTH, TSH, FSH, all these things. Okay, so what they will do, ACTH will be released from anterior pituitary and it will go towards adrenal gland. Adrenal gland in turn release the hormone glucocorticoid, epinephrine, norepinephrine. Okay, and basically they will help in digestion. And second is controlling your body. Okay, that means I have explained you कि if you are having a situation where the dog is coming near you or the snake is coming near you, okay, so what you will do, either you will run from that situation or you will face from that situation. So this mechanism is controlled by the adrenal gland, that is epinephrine and norepinephrine. Okay, now move to the next anterior pituitary. Next hormone is TCH, thyroid gland. This we have done, no need to repeat it. Then GH, that is growth hormone. Okay, that will be released in liver, and they will release the hormones where your bones and muscles will be now increasing. Okay, then PRL, okay, that is prolactin, it will activate the mammary gland for the secretion of milk. Okay, FSH and LH, they are basically for the gonads. Okay, that is testes of male and ovaries of female, and they will release different hormones. Okay, you can see the hormones, they have shown that testosterone, okay, estrogen, progesterone. Okay, what they will do, they will help in the production of the gonads. Okay, and they will control their mechanism, that is the secondary characters which the male and female is having, that is controlled by FSH and LH. Then we have the last one is MSH, that is melatonin. Okay, the color which we have, melanin color, that is the skin color which we have, is controlled by the hormone which is known as MSH. Okay, so these are the various hormones which are secreted from pituitary. Which pituitary? Anterior lobe of pituitary. Which pituitary? Anterior lobe of pituitary are releasing ACTH, okay, FSH, okay, TSH, GH, PRL, FSH, LH, MSH. Okay, they are releasing these hormones. These hormones going to the target and then they are producing. Now see, all these are controlled by pituitary glands only. So when they are getting the signal to release thyroid stimulating hormone, okay, at that time only they will release TSH. And from where they are getting this signal? They are getting from hypothalamus. So hypothalamus will release the hormone into posterior pituitary. They will activate the release of TSH and they will activate this. Okay, so if they are activated, or we can say if they are getting the signal or message from hypothalamus, at that time only they will form or secrete these hormones. If they are not getting it, then your inhibiting hormones, okay, I have told you stimulating, releasing and inhibiting. Okay, so stimulating will release the hormone. So now if we don't want this hormone, so what it will do, it will release the inhibiting hormone and it will stop the production of thyroid gland by not releasing thyroid stimulating hormone. Understood? Yes, now go to your textbook. See, before moving to the textbook, what I wanted to tell was this thing only. See, hypothalamus and pituitary, these two are there. Okay, so now what is happening? Hypothalamus is releasing the hormone and activating the pituitary gland to secrete the hormone LH and FSH, which is helping the gonad to give rise to the gonads. Okay, now we want to continue the production of these LH and FSH. So what is happening? A mechanism is running which is always telling to activate pituitary gland. So before acting the pituitary gland, it is sending the signal to hypothalamus also to continuously produce the gonadotropic hormone, and this will activate the pituitary gland to release. Okay, but now if we do not want the production of these LH and FSH, what will happen? Inhibin, okay, will be activated, or inhibiting hormone will be activating, and this hormone will go towards your pituitary gland, and what it will say? To stop the production. Okay, so this way we are stimulating it, and this is the way we are inhibiting it. So this is a continuous mechanism which is going on. So if you want, a message should be again sent to hypothalamus to release these hormones. Okay, and if we do not want these hormones, then it will be inhibited, like I told you about the growth hormones. So once the height is attained, once we have attained, it will stop the production of growth hormones. Understood now? Yes, now see the content of your NCERT. Let's move. Yes, so we have read about the goiter. Now let's move further. What they are telling is that sometimes we come across people who are either very short or extremely tall. That is the dwarf and the giant. Okay. Have you ever wondered how this happens? Growth hormone is one of the hormones secreted by the pituitary. Okay, this I have explained you. As it is name indicates, growth hormones regulate growth and development of the body. If there is a deficiency of this hormone in childhood, it leads to dwarf. Okay, if deficiency, okay, that means the hormone which should be secreted till the age of 15 or 20, if it stops secreting at the age of 10 years only, so what will happen? They will not increase in height, and we will get Darwinism, dwarf, okay, bona. And if over secretion is there, then we will get the height which is more than 6, and that is called as giant. Okay, so inhibition and stimulation should be very well controlled. Let's move further. You must have noticed many traumatic changes in your appearance, as well as that of your friends as you approach 10 to 12 years of age. These changes associated with the puberty are because of the secretion of testosterone in male and estrogen in females. Okay, this you have noticed that when you are approaching, or when you are near 10 to 12 years of age, there are certain changes which are taking place in males and females. Okay, the voice modulation is there. Okay, then beard is there. So all these are what they are, the changes, and these are changes which are due to puberty. So when you are at the age of 10 to 12 years, there is a secretion of hormones. I have just explained you. Okay, FSH and LH. So what this FSH and LH they will do? This LH and FSH will release the hormones called as testosterone in male and estrogen in females. Okay, and due to this secretion of hormone, the puberty changes is being observed in males and females. Okay, see one more example. Do you know anyone in your family or friend who have been advised by the doctor to take less sugar in their diet because they are suffering from diabetes? Now this is a very, we can say, popular disease which nowadays is very common, diabetes or diabetic patients, where they are told by the doctor to take less sugar. Now why is it? It is all related to the hormones, children. So just listen. As a treatment, they might be taking injections of insulin. Okay, what these diabetic patients they are taking? They are taking insulin. Okay, this is a hormone which is produced by pancreas. Okay, so pancreas is an organ and this pancreas will be releasing a hormone called as insulin. Okay, listen very carefully. See, from the hypothalamus it will go to pituitary, from pituitary it will go to pancreas, and from pancreas it will release a hormone called as insulin. Now what is happening? Now this insulin is regulating blood sugar level. This means in our blood we have a level of sugar. Okay, if this blood sugar is not normal, then the patient is diabetic. How? Let's first read and then I'll explain you. Okay, this is a hormone which is produced by pancreas and help in regulating blood sugar level. If it is not secreted in proper amount, the sugar level in the blood rises, causing many harmful effects. If it is so important that hormone should be secreted in precious quantity, we need a mechanism through which this is done. The timing and amount of hormone released are regulated by feedback mechanism. For example, if the sugar level in blood rises, they are detected by the cells of pancreas which respond by producing insulin. As the blood sugar level falls, insulin secretion is decreased. Okay, now let's see. Now see, two things are very important. One is insulin and one is blood sugar level. Now what this insulin is doing? First of all, insulin is a hormone. Understood? This insulin is helping in your breakdown of sugar, or we can say absorption of sugar by the cell. Okay, see, just go to your digestion. What we did in digestion, the macromolecules divided into micro, where your glucose is formed. Glucose is moving towards your blood. From blood, glucose is moving and it is going to inside the cell where the digestion is taking place and release of energy is there. Okay, so from the blood vessels, okay, glucose is moving into the cell. Okay, what is happening? Glucose is moving into the cell and glucose is being digested. Understood? Yes. So what is happening in your blood? In your blood we have glucose. Okay. Now see, this is your blood. I have told you that in your blood we have glucose, and this glucose is absorbed by your cells, and inside the cells this glucose will be broken down to give you energy. Okay. So this process where you can say the glucose is moving. Okay, glucose which is there is moving or is being absorbed by the cell. This is basically done with the help of insulin. Okay, now see what is happening. Insulin will now not will be produced, and in your blood glucose will be present. Okay, and if your blood will have glucose more, so we can say the blood sugar level get increased. Okay, so see, this is given here the same thing. Okay, they might, okay, what they are telling you is, as a treatment they might be taking injections of insulin. This is a hormone which is produced by pancreas and help in regulating blood sugar. So your pancreas is releasing insulin. This insulin is helping in the uptake of glucose towards the cells, okay, target cells. Now what is happening in normal person? The pancreas is not secreting insulin. Okay, in the person who are diabetes, okay, I'm talking about them. A normal person, what it is happening? Pancreas secreting insulin, and this insulin is helping the glucose which is present in your blood to be absorbed by the cells, and they are digested later on. So it is helping in digestion of sugar, which is, we can say, the glucose form. But in diabetic patient, the pancreas is not secreting insulin. Okay, so as it is not secreting insulin, in that patient the blood will have more glucose molecule. Okay, and as a result, what will happen? Their blood sugar level will get rise, and in their urine also, in their blood also, the concentration of glucose or sugar will always be high, because they are not secreting insulin. So the diabetic patient, they are given injections of insulin. Why they are given injection of insulin? So that their blood sugar level is always normal. And what it will do? It will help in the absorption of glucose. Understood? So this hormone insulin is playing a very important role in diabetic patient. If the patient's body or patient's pancreas is not secreting insulin, their blood sugar level will get increased. So to avoid this situation, that diabetic patient will be given injection of insulin, and as we are giving injection of insulin, their blood sugar level will now come to normal. Understood? Sure. So this is the line which they are talking about, the last line. If the sugar level in blood rises, okay, if it rises, they are detected by the cells of pancreas, which responds by producing more insulin. So what they will do? They will secrete more insulin. As the blood sugar level falls, the insulin secretion is reduced. That is the normal one. Okay, so this is the feedback mechanism which is there in the patient. Okay, so what we are giving? We are continuously providing them insulin. So with this, we have just completed the chapter which is your 7th chapter. Okay, now listen here very carefully. If you have any doubt in chapter 6 or chapter 7, let me know. So if you want some topics to be done again, I will explain that topic one again. But these two chapters are very important, and each and every topic should be clear in your mind. So from tomorrow, the revision of these two chapters will be done, where I will give you questions of these chapters. 4 to 5 questions daily I will give you, and you have to do that questions as a revision. You have to give the test daily and learn it, and then give the answer, give the test. So with this, I end today's lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.